What's good, y'all? Kyle. Welcome back to my channel. The Miami Heat have just taken a 3-0 lead over the Boston Celtics, and this is due in large parts to just an incredible postseason by Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler this postseason is averaging 29.9 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game. And the way he has just been dominating every team, every great defense that he's played, in just a really dominant fashion, is just a testament to how great he is. And without him, obviously, the Miami Heat would not find themselves in the position that they are in right now. On this first play, Jimmy Butler is going to receive a screen from Bam Adebayo. He's going to attack Brook Lopez and drop, but instead of going all the way to the rim, he's just going to hit a nice step back. Still a tough shot, but kicks it off the glass. Instead of challenging, Brook Lopez is a great defender all the way at the rim. Great recognition from Jimmy to, kind of evade the full contest. On this play, he's going to see Joe Ingles backpedaling, hit him with a little cross, finish all the way through the contact, and it's going to be an and one. Great stuff from Jimmy. Great recognition to attack one of the more, weaker defenders. On this play, he's going to reject the screen from Bam, hit a tough step back in Wesley Matthews' face. And these tough jumpers have been, just the story of the playoffs for him. Great stuff right there. On this play, he's going to receive two screens. The first from Martin, the second from Adebayo. He recognizes again Brook Lopez is in drop, so he can just walk right into a mid-range. Just great recognition from Jimmy once again. And then on this next play, it's going to be Jimmy running into a pass. This is called a stampede cut. He runs into the pass. Jay Crowder doesn't know what hit him. Brook Lopez is, a little late, out of position. So he just reverses it. Brook Lopez has no chance of contesting that. Great recognition from Jimmy. On this play, we just see the great triple threat speed from Jimmy. Rejects the K-Love screen. Delays his jump, so Jay Crowder doesn't have a chance to contest. Great finish right there. Great recognition from Jimmy. And then on this next play, it's going to be Jimmy flows into the open space, pump fake, instead of just forcing up that shot. And then he just makes a tough layup, once again, over a great defender, Brook Lopez. On this play, he blows by Grayson Allen and then jump stops and gets a nice floater over Brook Lopez. The way he was attacking Brook Lopez in this series was just, magnificent. And on this next play, he is going to fake going into the screen, spin, hit a crazy tough jumper that he, is capable of making, but that's just a really tough jumper. He looks back at Drew Holiday like, what are you doing? On this play, it's going to be Brook Lopez saved the ball, and the ball is going to find its way to Jimmy Butler's hands, and then he's just going to stop short, take the mid-range instead of, trying to go into a charge. On this play, he's attacking Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton has no chance there, especially at that angle. Finishes through the contact once again. Great stuff. On this play, this is going to be a pull-up three, and this is just, some of the clutch shot making that we've seen from him, and he's making crazy off-the-dribble threes. This three right here is going to be a step back and one of the best defensive players in the NBA face. Just a huge three, and these are just some of the shots that we're accustomed to from Jimmy Butler. On this play, he has Giannis Antetokounmpo, crosses him over, and then is able to finish with such a soft touch, high layup off the glass over Giannis and Brook Lopez, which is insane. And then on this play, it's just embarrassing. He blocks Grayson Allen's shot, and then he's just running all the way down. It's a free dunk. That's just some of the defensive intensity that he's been showing this postseason, and this is the reason why they're in this narrative right now. On this play, he has RG Barrett on his hip, and instead of forcing up a shot, he just pivots his way around. Jimmy Butler is known for his great footwork. Just great stuff right there from Jimmy. On this next play, it's going to be Jimmy. He's in the post on Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is going to try and slide over. He's going to run away from the trap and hit a really tough, baseline mid-range shot, which he's hit a lot of and is going to keep hitting, this postseason. On this play, he is going to be receiving a screen from Kevin Love, and then he just hits a really tough mid-range shot in the face of Julius Randle. He torched the Knicks, a lot. And on this play, he's just going to pivot once again, take the contact, bank it in, and the pivots and the pauses and just the footwork are a big part of Jimmy Butler scoring, and it's a big part of why he's been dominant this postseason. On this play, we see Jimmy. He's at the top of the key. He's going to get a screen from Bam. And then, everybody just saw how to place on the Knicks. He's able to just squeeze through. Once again, finish through the contact and one. Free throws are a big part of Jimmy's game as well. He gets IQ right here. And then he just hits a really tough mid-range shot. And these type of shots are what Jimmy has been doing this postseason. So we're not shocked that he makes a shot like that. On this play, he has Josh Hart and ISO. Obi Toppin comes to help. So instead of rushing his way into the paint, step back, tough mid-range. And he's, he's chirping. On this play, it's going to be Jimmy once again with Josh Hart on him. He leans into Mitchell Robinson, basically pushes him out of bounds. Tough layup right there. On this play, Jimmy, we see some of the off ball. He gets a pin down from Bam. Instead of forcing the mid-range, he's able to sneak in for a reverse layup. Just great stuff once again from Jimmy. On this play, Jimmy receives a ball screen from Bam Adebayo, and he just, I don't know what Mitch Robinson was doing there, but it's too easy for a guy like Jimmy Butler. On this play, he has Josh Hart on an island, jab step. He just makes it all the way around him. Nobody can stay in front of him with the speed that he has. Great triple threat move right there. On this play, it's pretty good defense from Quentin Grimes, but once again, he has great touch around the rim, and his footwork is just impeccable. On this play, it's going to be Jimmy, and he's going to sneak in and get a layup after the pump fake. Great, pump fake. Jimmy Butler's really great at pump fakes. Another example, Jimmy Butler goes baseline, uses the rim as a second defender, as a second, helper, so Mitch can't get over her block. On this play, Jimmy is just going to get it, spin around, hit a tough fadeaway over Mitchell Robinson, but we're accustomed to that by now, and this is just amazing stuff. Against Boston, the show must continue, and the show did continue. Ball screen, he's going to get Robert Williams on a switch, easy mid-range, and he really torched Boston with these, for most of the series so far. Ball screen from Kevin Love, and then he just, two steps his way around Jaylen Brown, easy layup. Robert Williams out of position. You need a rim protector if you're going to be able to guard Jimmy. Once again, he sees Robert Williams on a switch. He's not going to the paint. He goes to the baseline. Rob will, hand down, man down. You cannot do that to Jimmy Butler, especially when he's in his playoff mode. Once again, tenacity on the offensive glass, and he's able to hit another baseline mid-range shot. Just great stuff from Jimmy. On this next play, Jimmy, Peyton Pritchard, much too small for him. He wants to just get to a spot and rise up. He was shooting this no matter what, but Peyton Pritchard, just too small. Fine contest, but just too small. And then on this play, Jimmy has Jason Tatum on him. He gets Derek White on him, and he's able to once again hit a tough look with, good defense from Derek White, in my opinion. On this play, Jimmy relocates to the three, and he's just so comfortable hitting this shot. And he's not known as a great three-point shooter, but he's just been so comfy this postseason. Here, pump fake, spin around, turn around, fade. This is Michael Jordan type shots. It's just really, really great stuff. On this play, he's going to get a ball screen from Gabe Vincent, and then hit another tough mid-range against, pretty great defense, pretty smothering coverage. On this play, he has Malcolm Brogdon on him, and he's just going to attack. He's sagging off because Jimmy's not a great three-point shooter. He's able to hit the three, put this game away, just great stuff. On this game, this is when he was destroying Grant Williams. He takes the bump, pivots, hits a tough mid-range. They're chirping. They're really getting into it. Just great stuff from Jimmy, though. Being able to, bump him off his spot and hit that tough push shot. Once again, Grant Williams on an island. He bumps him, gets to his spot, little push shot. He's too small for him. Jimmy is saying, this is just great stuff once again. On this play, I don't know why they didn't take Grant Williams off of him. On this play, he gets to the mid-range again, gets to his spot. At this point, he scored multiple points in a row. They should have done something. Once again, Grant Williams is on for some reason. He's going to, lull him to sleep and then hit another tough mid-range shot. Jimmy Butler's mid-range scoring has just been impeccable this postseason. Here, it's going to be Marcus Smart on him. He dumps it into Bam, and then he's able to just get back on the offensive glass. But Jimmy wasn't just doing, things from a scoring standpoint. It was also his playmaking that was, really good. Here we're going to see Jimmy hit a nice pass to a cutting Kyle Lowry. Great stuff right there. And then on this next play, Jimmy Butler, he's going to be able to, just hit a leaking Bam Adebayo with a great Jokic-like pass. Great pass. Frees Bam up for the wide open dunk. Elite stuff right there. And then here, Jimmy Butler, he's going to draw the help. He gets Bam, this great look right there because they're so worried about him going to the paint. Brook Lopez has to slide over. Once again, just great stuff from Jimmy. He's not just a scorer. He's also a good playmaker. Here, he drives all the way in. Bobby Portis has to come and help, leaving Kevin Love wide open, and he's going to knock down that three more times than not. On this play, Jimmy, was using the screener. He cuts, and once again, Brook Lopez is out of position because he wants to help on Jimmy. Finds Kevin Love for the wide open three. On this play against the Knicks, Jimmy Butler is going to get a ball screen from Bam. Little pocket pass. He's a good pick and roll operator. Great stuff right there. And then on this next play, it's going to be Jimmy. He has Josh Hart on him again. drives through, draws the help, is able to find Bam in the dunker spot, draws the help from Julius Randle because they're so worried about him scoring. Here we go. Jimmy Butler gets a ball screen from Strus and Kevin Love and is able to find Strus on the cut. Great stuff from Strus and Jimmy on that play. On this play, guys just out of position. I don't know what happened here, but he's going to be able to find the open guy more times than not. He's not trying to force anything. He just plays in the flow of the game. He gets a down screen from Kevin Love right here, and Julius Randle is out of position. He finds Kevin Love once again, and this is just the Jimmy Butler experience. I guess Miami here, they're going to bring a lot of attention towards him, so he's going to pivot his way around, find his shooters, and just make sure he gets them the ball in good spots. On this next play, it's going to be Jimmy Butler, and he's in transition. And instead of forcing up this layup, he finds a trailing Max Strus. Easy three ball. He's a great shooter. Jimmy Butler's a great passer. What can I say? Jimmy Butler, here we go again. Kyle Lowry's going to set the screen and get the switch. And then he's going to draw a touch from Malcolm Brogdon. He turned his head for 1 second, but that 1 second gave him enough space to find Caleb Martin for the three. Here we go again. And he's going to draw some help, and he finds people out of place. He drew the help from Marcus Smart, and he was out of place, so he passed it out for the three. They're just going to flat out double him here, and he's going to find the cutter every time. And this is just a few, instances of Jimmy Butler just playmaking. But the way he's just been dominating this postseason after having, not a superb, super great regular season. Like, he was, all NBA and all that, but you always feel that he can take it out to another level. And every playoffs, it feels like he takes it to another level. He does what he has to do to, have the Miami Heat in place to win a bunch of games. And this postseason is just the embodiment of playoff Jimmy. He's hitting a lot of tough jumpers. He's hitting a lot of clutch jumpers. He's playing great defense. He's, passing the ball really well, rebounding really well. He's just doing everything possible for the Miami Heat to be able to advance to the NBA Finals, which they most likely will, barring some disaster. But Jimmy Butler is one of the greatest players in the NBA, and this is just another testament. This postseason run is another testament to, his greatness. So if you stayed to this video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.